Good evening. This is K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Rating Net. I'm a little bit short on time tonight, so I'd like to jump right into it. We're going to be doing the 2-meter net, 10-meter net, and the 223.415 net. So be prepared. We're going to jump into it, everybody. If there's a new person jumping in here, please do so now. This is K4PEW. Do we have any new check-ins? New check-ins. Please come in. I don't hear any. Well, then we'll just jump right in. You can always email me if you have questions, k4pew@arrl.net. I'm not always sure why we do that big intro, but you can always go to groups.io and look up our group on MJSS in their search block and figure out what it is we do, or you can go to 146.415.net. But I'm going to leave it at that. Do we have any people short on time or mobile?
Careful. Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha.
Very good. I got Tony who was in there first. It may have been a triple, but I had Tony and Ricky. What's up, Tony?
I'll be mobile.
Very good. You headed anywhere good?
Unless you've heard something.
Oh, you're heading anywhere good.
No, leaving church, so been the good.
Oh, very good. Hope it went well.
Well, there's no flames.
That you know of.
Yeah, that I know of.
Well, very good. Anything else in that?
Oh, that's it. Careful, careful.
Very good. Appreciate you checking in. Ricky, how you doing?
K4BWA. Hey, I'm doing fine. I just got in from Wednesday night Bible study and wanted to check in early. I don't know how long I'll be able to hang out with y'all. I'll hang out as long as I can. But I hear that Bluebell Dutch chocolate ice cream calling my name, so I might have to go to the freezer here in a little bit. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll be listening in. This is K4BWA.
Yeah, very good, Ricky. I've got its cousin, Blue Bunny Strawberry Swirl.
Oh, hey, I've tried some Blue Bunny. It was that caramel Picasso or whatever. And it was really good. So Blue Bunny, it's good too. But I haven't tried the Strawberry Swirl yet.
But what I found interesting about Blue Bunny is after I had about 5 gallons of it over the last couple of years, I noticed that it's not actually an ice cream. It's a milk dessert product or whatever they call it.
Oh, I mean, there is a difference. And I remember my mom used to, whenever she went to the store, she wouldn't buy ice cream. She always bought ice milk.
Oh, yeah, that was cheesy, though. When my mother did the same thing, it just wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't. I don't know why or what. I mean, maybe it was the cost. I'm not sure, but I kind of like that ice cream. I'm with you on that, brother. Anyway, let's get back to your net. This is K4BWA.
Very good, Ricky. You sound good tonight. That was Ricky K4BWA, K4BWA. He does the Simplex Net. It's still at 7, right, Ricky?
Yeah, roger that.
146. Oh man, my mind went blank. 147. Uh-oh, I lost it. Tell me again.
It's on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock on frequency 147.555.
There you go. I don't know why I was trying to throw a 7 in there instead of the 5. Anyway, Thursday night, 7 o'clock, 147.555 Simplex. Will be there. Ricky sounds good, so I hope it keeps up. Who else is mobile or short on time?
Hey, Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec, right, Mount Juliet.
I heard Brent in there. There's somebody else, so hang on. What's up, Brent?
How you doing, Paul? I just want to check in real quick and check your policy next time on the 10 meter.
Very good. That was Brent, Kilo Echo 4, Bravo, Romeo Victor, Quebec. I'll get it straight. And he's in Northwest Wilson. Who was the other party?
I had a question, Katie, for you, short.
Hey, hold on, Earl. What's up, Greg?
What antenna are you on? Your signal's up.
I got that Taiwanese brand tram put up today.
Very good. It's close to the 710. So that's for a signal report.
Very good. Glad to hear it. Although I see the SWR is higher than I'd like it to be. It looks here, if I'm looking at this right on the screen, it's 1.3. and I want it to be 1.1, but it's not. It's right out of the box. Anyway, appreciate the signal aboard there. Earl, what's up with you?
Not really much. Just doing the washer dryer flip flop. 250 thing and face the floor and gear done. So I thought I'd check in and say howdy 73 out there to the net. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm doing laundry today too. I do. I don't even want to touch my wife's laundry, but I do all my own laundry. I feel like I'm in the military.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've been doing laundry all day, and thank God for machines, because I remember when they didn't furnish a washboard, but they give us a bucket instead with a water buffalo.
Oh boy. Yeah, when we were in basic, I don't think they do it this way anymore, but when we were in basic back in the 60s, we had to wash our own everything we own, our socks, our pants, our underwear, our shirts, anything, our hats. Trying to remember what else we wore. Oh, we had them spats too. There was these white things we wore on our ankles. Everything we had to we had to hand scrub, hand rinse. On a scrub, not a scrub board. It was like a giant washing table, I'll call it. Almost looked like a trough. You could stand on both sides of it. There was a trough in the middle, and there was nozzles all around. And then you took it, you wrung it all out. Then you went down to the there were the barracks were built in a square. And in the middle was a big opening, and you had to go down there and hang your own clothes up using ropes, not pins.
Okay, on the learning how to tie the knots to hold them up there. Yeah, we used to knock them back and forth with our knuckles and stuff like that to get the stains out. That's what we used as it was kind of like a God-given washboard, if you will, to make sure we at least put forth the effort to get the stains out, right?
Oh yeah, well they were just trying to teach you discipline, is what it was, because as you moved along, you didn't have to do those things anymore. But no, you know what I'm saying. Basic training is all about discipline and getting you out of the habit that mommy doesn't do everything for you anymore.
Yeah, that's one of their things. I ain't your daddy, I ain't your mama, so you know. But then again, when you get out there on the parade field, it's kind of like, well, anyway, it is what it is. Oh, there you go with that, Paul. Thanks for doing what you do, and 73 out there to my antenna propagation that can hear they transmit. KE4 DEZ, we'll see you.
Very good. That was Earl, Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Zulu in Noreen, just east of the Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is short on time? Or mobile?
Kilo 4 Tango November, Romeo, Kevin, and Bethpage.
Hello, Kevin. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Got to clean the dishes up now, so gotta sit back and listen to the net.
Very good. I hope the dinner went well. Dinner's my only real. Well, I have a bowl of cereal in the morning, but dinner is the only meal I eat. I don't eat any lunch, and so I always enjoy dinner.
Well, my son's not working tonight, and I made his favorite meal, so hope it made him happy. It was pretty good, and time to pack it up, put it in the fridge, and maybe eat some leftovers tomorrow. K4TNR, back to you, and I'll keep listening to the net. Thanks, Paul.
Very good. That's Kevin in, where are you, Kevin? Bethpage? No, where are you?
I'm in Bethpage. I'm at my house, so I'm not mobile, so I'm in Bethpage.
Yeah, I was starting to say Bethpage. You heard me say Beth, but I wasn't sure I was right. Short memory tonight. That's Kilo 4, Tango, November, Romeo, and that's Kevin. He's in Bethpage, as he just said. Who else is short on time? All right, we start from the south tonight. No, east. Excuse me, east. We started from the south last night. East, please come now.
KM4YRF, India 40 Oscar Romeo. Good evening, Paul.
Hey, hold on, Richard. Michael beat you out there. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good. My deck's coming along just really, really well, and life is good.
Oh, it's not done yet?
No, they'll be done by the weekend.
It must be one big deck.
Well, it's it's adding a roof and framing it for screen, and it takes a little longer.
Oh, I was just thinking deck. Oh, with an overhead and screen, that's great. It's all going to be completely screened in with just a regular screen door that hits you in the butt.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. No able to open or close window. It's all solid screen.
Yeah, it's all solid screen.
So definitely, you can call it a three. What do they call it? A 3-season porch.
Oh yeah, that's right. But it'll be a 4-season porch. Emily doesn't care how cold it is; she'll be out there.
Ah, very good. Out there smoking her cigar and pipe.
Oh yeah.
Is she doing all right?
Yeah, she's doing good. She has an appointment with a foot doctor tomorrow, so hopefully she'll be out of the walking boot and able to walk in a regular shoe.
Yeah, I'm still wearing a corrective shoes myself and a corrective hat too.
Contact.
Hey, well, let me finish up. Hold on. Oh, go ahead, Michael. Scott? What's up?
I got a question about your screened-in porch you're putting up.
Oh, go ahead, Michael. Okay, go direct.
Go ahead, Scott. Are you doing it, or are you contracting it? Oh no, I'm contracting it out. I'm too old for that.
He means lazy.
What are the dimensions offhand? It's 12 by 15. Man, that's just what I'm looking for. I'll get with you later, and maybe you can send me some pictures of it when it's done, and let me know if you're happy with them. All right, this guy has really done good work. Everything's kind of a little bit of overkill, but it'll be there for a long time. Sounds good. I'll let you get back to it. K1SPD.
Hey, you weren't even being a lollygagger yet. What are you doing out here?
I like to keep you on your guard there.
Oh, I missed you last night. I called, and I said, man, Scott must have left town.
I was here, but I was kind of stuck in the chair over there.
Oh, I understand. No worry about it. I just figured you were holding out until I said that. Very good. Let's see, yes, I had Michael. Okay, very good, Michael. Anything else?
No, that's all, Paul. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, if I ever forget what that is, I'll let you know. We got Richard, KI4SIB. What's up, Richard?
How y'all doing? I'm doing fine. We're all good in the hood up here, and hope everything's going well for everybody else. Got tags on my truck today, and I'm riding like it's supposed to. And I'm all legalized and ready to run down roads and keep myself out of trouble. But y'all take care, and we'll holler at you when we can. I ain't gonna take long. 73 KI4SIB back to net. Thank you. God bless y'all.
Yeah, you made me check in with Jeff twice last night.
Yeah, I felt like a Mack truck had hit me yesterday, and I couldn't do nothing but sleep. It was, I really am. It was ridiculous the way I passed out. But I'm over it now, and better days are coming, I hope.
Oh, very good. Well, you haven't gone out east yet, have you?
No. We're fixing to do that tomorrow, in fact.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that's why you weren't there last night.
No, we're heading out tomorrow afternoon when she gets off work.
Oh, okay, very good. I hope that goes well for you if I don't talk to you again.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Y'all have fun at breakfast, and I'll see you the next time. Yeah, for us, I'll be back to net. Thank you, sir. 73.
No, the breakfast, if you heard Richard say that, is in error. The breakfast is the second Saturday of the month. That is the first Saturday. So we had a 2-Saturday reprieve there, but it's the following Saturday, whichever date that is. It's not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. That was Richard, KI4SIB, and KI4SOR, Stephanie, his bride. Who else is east?
KK5S.
Hello, Carrie, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just thought I'd slip back here while I had a chance to say hello.
Well, you did. Is everything going well in your sector?
Oh, yeah, just busy at work, and that's about it these days.
Is it picking up?
Oh, it's just finally starting to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I do. Whether it's talking about all this, some of your stuff is related to building, construction. I just know that with the interest rates going up, construction tends in the long term to slow down a little bit.
Well, it kind of takes it in waves sometimes, but Nashville pretty much hasn't slowed down in several years now.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. That's how I felt in Tampa through the 70s and 80s and 90s, even though there would be even slight recessions in the rest of the country. Tampa just slowed down a little bit, because there was always something going on.
Yeah, there's some areas in the country where they're struggling, but uh, there are some just pockets like Nashville where it's still construction's still kind of continuing on, and it's just a never-ending process.
Well, all things being equal, I'm guessing that Nashville will not slow down in the next 30 years.
And it just depends on next year being an election year, things always slow down a little bit. Uh, you never know what's going to happen with an election year and with the new mayor and everything else.
Yeah. Well, you guys, your sales aren't limited to the Davidson County now, are they?
That's where most everything is done that way.
Well, I'm just saying that a lot of the work is done also in the outlying areas where all the new construction's going. But if you're mostly commercial, that's true.
Yeah, well, of course, like for me, a lot of my, uh, I guess, my customer base and the projects we do are scattered around the country. So for me, it's kind of more than just the Nashville because I don't have very many of my big stuff that goes on in town.
Oh, I got you. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Well, it makes it a little more broad anyway, and also makes it a little more difficult.
Oh, yeah. But anyhow, I got nothing else for the net tonight, but just wanted to stick my head in here and say hello, and got to go find a battery from my mouse. It just died on me. So y'all have fun. KK5S, back net.
Yeah, you can just stick that double A right up its patootie.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a good question for everybody, not just Carrie, but I was reminded by one of the hams that who knew what the anniversary of today was, October 4th. What was a big anniversary in world history. But anyway, that was Carrie, Kilo 5 Sierra. He is in Baird's Mill. Who else is east? No more east. We'll move this north.
KE14.
I'll bet you know what is the historical significance of today, don't you? Wes?
How many years?
I'm not saying.
October. Ooh. Red October. Soviet Union. Something to do with Soviet Union.
Well, you're getting pretty close.
I don't know. I'll let somebody else. But no, things are good here. Awesome town here.
Very good. Well, I remember the event. I was since I was born in '49, and I was old enough to remember the event. Yes, it was in the last 70 years.
Comment.
Good, Michael.
I believe that was the launching of the Sputnik.
Oh yeah, the successful launching of the Sputnik. I went out in the backyard that first day and with my parents and watched it go overhead in wonder and hearing my parents go, "The Soviets beat us."
I remember we tried to watch it, but we never could see it.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I remember specifically seeing it because we had, we'd always seen shooting stars and that kind of stuff, meteorites and other things, but that was a first for a satellite, which was, I guess, is significant. Yeah, that was 1957, October 4th, 1957. And they also said it was, I guess, some of the older hams, which I'm not quite that old, but we were able, I don't know what frequency they were on, but they were able to hear the signals on their battery operated transmitter.
I think it was like 40 megahertz that beacon.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it only lasted three weeks. The battery ran out. I don't think the battery lasted 3 weeks. The satellite only lasted 3 weeks until it, dragged down into the atmosphere and burned up. But and it traveled like 4 million, 40 or 4 million, I forget. Circumnavigating the globe every 90 minutes. So it's pretty cool. I mean, pretty cool for a first event.
Well, all right. Well, you got me on the Soviet trivia. All right, go ahead with the net.
Very good. Oh, by the way, I saw something interesting on the net about that Sputnik. Sputnik is not the name they gave the satellite. Sputnik is a word in Russian that means like traveling companion or spouse. And they named any natural satellite of a planet, like the moon would be considered a Sputnik, in a generality. And trying to remember, there was another thing, any natural or any small satellite, it would be. And just somehow we just managed through the New York Times, which is the knower of all things. They called it Sputnik 1, and it's stuck in our language. They don't call it Sputnik though.
You're going to break my heart by telling me that they didn't call that the first dog in space Laika either.
That I don't know. I don't know that. It's funny that they picked a dog, though. I would think the Soviets would have picked a bear, but I guess they were too big. Well, anyway, very good. Anything else for the NetWest? You said everything's good up in Possum Town, and that's where he is. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, actually north of Possum Town. So he lives in the suburbs of Possum Town. Who else is north?
KD9 RK.
Hey, Frank, you got a sore throat or something? A low voice?
Yeah, I got COVID. I was not even supposed to be here. It's actually, it's our anniversary today. And Sputnik's as well. But yeah, I was supposed to actually be on the way up to visit family up north, but nah, can't do it.
Boy, that sure killed your plans, didn't it, for travel?
Yeah, at least I'm feeling better. Over the weekend, I was like feeling exactly like Richard was saying. I felt like somebody, like a truck hit me. And I was like, man, this sounds familiar. And then all of a sudden I started, getting stuffed up, and I'm like, nothing's coming out. It's all clear. I'm like, oh man, not again. This is number 4 now.
Oh, that's unreal. You got to stop hanging out with those crowds.
Yeah. So, but it's finally no more fever, not in pain anymore. Just sore throat a little bit from all the drainage I was getting, but yeah, so didn't go anywhere. So wife's gonna go by herself tomorrow, and because our niece is running the Chicago Marathon, that's the reason we were going up there.
Oh, wow. I take it she's a very thin girl.
She's not thin. She's stocky. She's a police officer, and this has been her goal. So she's been training, and she had to qualify because you can't just go to the Chicago Marathon. She had to run a bunch of other ones. So, but yeah, she's a jock.
Well, I think as a Chicago police person, she practices just by outrunning felons.
No, she's not. She's actually she's a police officer in a rural part of. She's a county sheriff out in Ohio. But she's a police officer nonetheless. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool though. That's cool because Chicago, I wouldn't want to be there at all, not in any capacity. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that takes a lot of training though, because people don't realize, man, that 20, whatever that is, 26 and a half or 27 miles. That's brutal.
Yeah, well, she's only 5 foot tall, so it's kind of funny. Her legs had to move really fast to keep up with the other people. But yeah, no, she's been a police officer for quite a while now because of her short height and makes her look younger. So for a while, she was undercover drug stuff. But then she grew out of that, and now she works for the count. She works for the court. She's in the courtroom now. Which is ever since she had the kids, she's like, yeah, I want to do something a little safer. But and her husband's the fire chief of the town, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, it's funny when I think about it because when I see women in police forces or sheriffs, and women are generally smaller than men, and I see somebody like your relative there, and you go, really? That's a police officer, 5 foot, whatever it is, 2, 3, 4. When I used to have minimums when it was men, I don't remember what the minimums were, but they used to have minimums.
Yeah. She had to get. She had to get permission to modify her uniform. She couldn't put everything on the belt that wasn't big enough to fit. So she was able to eliminate one of the items off the utility belt. Yeah, and then it's kind of funny, but I wouldn't mess with her. She's always played softball, and she's a catcher, so she's squatting a lot. She's got really strong legs. Is all I got to say.
Yeah, catchers do have strong legs and strong butts. That's what they got.
Yep. And she gets practice with those two girls that she's chasing around. Especially the youngest one. She does the craziest stuff I've ever seen. You know, like she tried to drive the car in the pool. She's got one of the little remote, but one of those little electric, like convertibles, you know, toy ones. She drove it on the tarp, of course, because she's light enough, it doesn't fall through. But it's like, kid, you can't really do that.
Right, right. Well, you just gave me a thought. I'm glad my mother wasn't a police officer or a sheriff. I wouldn't like that at all.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I think they understand what she does, but they're still kind of on the younger side.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Frank? I hope you feel better.
No, just thanks for doing it. Glad to be here. Glad that I'm feeling better. And just hi to everybody in 7-3, KB9RTT.
Very good. That was Frank here in northwest Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is west or north? Yeah, north.
November 8, November 84 VW, Beth Page.
Hold on, Mr. Bethpage. I had who did I have? Hayes. That's right. How you doing, Hayes?
Hey, how you doing there, Paul? Just figured I'd check in. Who was that gentleman you just were speaking to?
That was Frank. Frank in Northwest. That's KB9RKK.
Frank had a killer signal. He was pretty much wall to wall there. I wasn't sure if he was located somewhere near me or whatever.
No, he's up towards the northwest of the city of Mount Juliet, over right by the Davidson line. Probably, he's right across the lake from me almost.
Oh, gotcha. Well, he was making the signal. He said his sister was from Ohio. I was from Northeast Ohio, but I still have connections in there and still go there. So kind of hit home,
Yeah. The only time you hear from Ohio, honestly, is during elections. You ever notice that?
I got that. It's I think still the seventh most populous state, man. But yeah, nothing really to report here. So just figured I'd check into the net there. K4PW N8NHT. I'll say back to net, buddy.
Very good. Looking for a strong 810 meter signal from you tonight. That was November 8, November uniform, November Hotel Tango, and that's Hayes in Hendersonville. Who else? Who do they have there? BUW. What are you, Carlin?
Yeah, so are you?
Very good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing all righty, I guess. Sitting here listening to the net. Everybody checking in stuff. You get your radio back yet?
Oh yeah, I'm on the 991 now, and then I put up the my temporary antennas up there. That Tram 1481, I think it is. Actually, it's funny. It says on this bill of sale for Home Depot, it says unlabeled antenna. We open up the package and it says Tram right on it.
Wonder why they would do that. That sounds kind of strange. I don't know. Well, it seems to be working.
I don't know why they do that. It does sound funny though, because it specifically said unlabeled, even though it had the model number 1481 on it. And I said, well, that's a Tram.
Well, they didn't know what it was. In a plastic package, I'm assuming, and then they had that in a box. Whoever put it in a box, they didn't know what that was. But as far as they know, that was a fishing pole.
You're right. They didn't know. But no, it seems to be performing okay temporarily. I'll live with it.
Okay, well, sounds like it. I've got what is it, 30 over on you up there. You're full quieting, so it seems to be all right.
Oh, very good. Anything else for the net, Carolyn?
I guess not. You kind of drifted up a little bit towards 40 over there for a second there. So anyway, no, don't. Guess I'll check out here and turn it back over to you so you can get some more check-ins there, and I'll probably catch you over on 223 415 here in a little bit. So anyway, that's it. K4VW.
Very good. That was Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey Carlin in Angeltown. Great signal. Who else is north?
November 4, India Tango India, Marvin.
Marvin. That is November whiskey for November Tango India, right?
November 4, India Tango India.
Man, I scribbled all over myself. There's India Tango India. Is that correct?
Correct. November 4, India Tango India.
Ah, very good. almost November 4, India. Tango India. Okay, very good. NITI with the 4 in the midst of it. Very good. It's almost, I knew a kid, his last name was Nitty. So what's up, Marvin? I don't think, have we talked before?
Oh yeah, I've just been real busy and haven't been on the radio much except for tonight.
Okay, very good. No, we understand. We don't, we don't have rules here about attendance or rules about minimum check-ins per month. It's not that kind of net. It's casual, and we know everybody can't make the net. That's exactly why I did the nets when I started 9+ years ago. I put it twice a week because I knew from my own, attendance on nets that if I'd miss a net and I go, oh man, now I got to wait, another week to check into the net, and it'd be 2 weeks before, so this way you got 2 times a week. Like I said, I always thought it was funny. Anyway, we're the only organization that gives you 2 opportunities a week to miss the net.
Yeah, the only news I have is I've got a new retirement job.
A new retirement job?
Yeah, I'm taking over Ball State.
Oh, is that right? That's great. Full time or just a couple of classes?
I got just a couple times a week, but they're trying to add on, so I don't know. It may be 3 days a week.
So they list you as an adjunct professor?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, that's great. Do you like teaching?
Yeah, I really do. I should have been a teacher, I guess. I ended up being a nurse, but I do like teaching. I was taking training for my battalion when I was in the Navy.
Oh, is that right? Where were you stationed in the Navy? Were you also in? Were you also not nursing or in corpsman?
Yeah, I was a hospital corps. Yeah, I was in Norfolk, Portsmouth, I was in Norway, Camp Lejeune, Cherry Point, 29 Palms.
Oh man, that's too many places. Yeah, my son was a corpsman too. He joined in 90, I guess it was, and he stayed in 8 years as a corpsman. And he went with the third. He decided he liked it so much when he went over to Desert Storm that he decided he wanted to be attached to a Marine unit, and he went to camp. What do you call it there? To train as a Marine, so he could be with a Marine unit. And he traveled with the 3rd Marine. I think it was the 3rd Marine.
Afghanistan probably might have been the 2nd Marine because 3rd Marine is over in Okinawa.
Oh, he did go to Okinawa.
Oh well, then he might have gone. Yeah, I was the 2nd Marine and medical battalion, and then I was with the Air Wing for a while at Cherry Point.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of a neat job. Very quickly, my son, when he was first in after basic training, he went to Portsmouth, where you also were, and he'd call me every week or so and say, "How's it going?" I said, "Man, you got to get out of Portsmouth, man. You didn't join the Navy so you could sit in Portsmouth the rest of the 4 years, you know." And he goes, "Well, what do you want me to do?" I said, "Well," and he says, "Well, that's right." He called me one day and he says, "Hey, there's a bunch of people volunteering to go over to Iraq," and I said, "So get over there, man. That's where the action is." And then he says, "Aren't you afraid I'll get killed?" I said, "No." I said, "From my experience in the Middle East, which I had done some work over in the Middle East when I was in the Navy," I said, "we could kick Iraq's butt in a matter of a few hours."
That's true.
Anyway, that was the big story, and he was stationed in Jubal that's up. You got to think about that. That's in Saudi Arabia. Jubal, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. My son just well, he did a series of tours over there in Afghanistan, Syria, Kuwait, and Iraq.
Oh wow! He also went, oddly enough, I don't remember. He ended up on the aircraft carrier, the assault carrier, the Essex, and he ended up going. Also, the Marine unit also went to Somalia.
Oh, that was a fun ride. I had a friend who's there at the 10th Mountain Division.
Oh, is that right? No fun. I just saw a presentation about what went on in Somalia with with our Marine Corps, et cetera, and the Army. It didn't look like fun to me.
No, nothing the Marine Corps does is fun. They learned every way that there is to suffer.
That's right. Well, that's why they're so good.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, are there any good bases in the Marine Corps that are in good weather? Because every training we went to was either hot and humid or dry and desert.
Yeah, well, I learned that when I learned, because I had done two tours, or partial tours in the Middle East in the destroyer I was on, and we were always there in the summer, so it got up, the summer day afternoons average between 100 and 125, and then we were sweating it out. It was awful, but you live with it. Then we go over there with the Desert Storm and Desert Shield and all that stuff in Afghanistan, etc. And I just could not imagine the Marines and the Army guys in full gear all day in that heat.
Yeah, they like to do an MVC attack like in training, where you have to put on the mop gear, and you're in a carbon snowsuit with gas mask and bunny boots and rubber gloves on, and it's 110 degrees.
Yeah, I guess that's why most Marines aren't heavy.
It was only hot on the outside.
That's right. Earl was over there too. Oh, it was hot. It was hot. Well, anything else on that, Marvin? It was great talking to you.
Oh no, I just checking in finally.
Very good. That's November 4, Italy, Tango, Italy, and that's Marvin. Marvin, I forgot where you were already.
I'm in Gallatin.
Gallatin. Very good. Yeah. He's in Gallatin. Who else is anyway, that was Marvin and for ITI. Who else is north? West. West, please come down.
Waiting on Jack, but I'll do it. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Jack's just too polite, man.
Very cool. Well, this may be the new antenna.
It is. It's the new cheap antenna. It's $120 with shipping at a Home Depot.
Yeah, I mean the new one to recommend. I'm impressed.
Well, it's a tram, and it came with the same hardware I had with my last antenna. Exactly the same hardware, exactly the same antenna as that OPEC. And did you hear me tell you? I always thought the trams and the OPECs were made in China. It says right on it, made in Taiwan.
Very cool. Yeah, your signal is right there with the 700. I don't know what to say. Hope it holds up. Hope it doesn't. Well, it's not like your 700 held up.
No, that's well. This one will not hold up either because my other antenna, the OPEC, it failed after a couple of years just due to weather and the radome is not a real tough breed like the radome on the Diamond series holds up very well, but on that everybody I've heard of that they leak water, they crack, they have all kinds of problems. So I don't know. I still have the old OPEC, but it must have got waterlogged again. That's why I was having trouble last week. Anyway, what's up besides that, Craig?
That's it. Sounding good. I'll see you on the next one. 84 TV.
I was going to say, even though I may sound like I'm getting out great, and I think I'm doing okay, the real issue with the 700, truthfully, is its ability to hear being 24 feet high.
Well, that was my next question. How the ears on it?
It seems pretty good at the moment, but I'll find out on some of those. But again, even that is, subject to conditions. I mean, I got on the air earlier with Earl, and he says, "Hey, your signal strength, you're only a 3 to me." And I go, well, I don't know. We'll find out. And he seemed good to me today. Anyway, anything else, Greg?
No, that's it. You'll have to give it a few different nets to really know what's going on and what conditions and what's normal, what's usual.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and Antioch. Who else is West?
KG4 LV. I was waiting for Greg.
Well, we could have a Mexican standoff all day then.
And yes, I do remember Sputnik because I was 7 years old and I remember going out in the yard.
Yeah, it was the same deal. We went out in our backyard and stood on our little back porch and said, "Oh, wow, the Soviets are buttheads."
Well, it got us off our butts and got us into the space race.
Well, we had, as you know, from that historical perspective, Sputnik sounded bad in terms of them beating us, but right, it was an impetus for us to move forward a lot faster. And don't think that the aeronautical industry didn't love that idea, but we had, as you know, we got all those German scientists after World War II for our rocket and missile programs that led up to us to be able to do it very well.
Operation Paperclip.
Is that what it's called, Greg?
Yeah.
Paperclip. What kind of name is that?
I don't know, but at least 2,000 of them, and the numbers keep going up.
Maybe it should have been called Nazi Clip.
The X15.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, my dad worked at the plant where they built the X1.
That's pretty cool. I mean, those were pre-astronaut days. Those were technically test pilots, but they were actually space planes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then, even we were the first, I believe. Yeah, we were the first ones to beat the sound barrier with the X1, I think, too.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, they built several of those X1, X1A, and up through a certain sector, and then they lost the contract to Northrop or whatever, somebody else, McDonnell Douglas or somebody.
Well, anyway, your antenna sounds real good. You're 10 over here in Donaldson, and I'll let you get on with the check-ins. Thanks for doing the net, Paul.
Very good. That was Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else? He's just an old man like me, man, remembering Sputnik. There's a lot of people here who can't remember landing on the moon. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that too. I remember it even though I was in the Middle East. I was in the Indian Ocean out in the middle of nowhere when we landed on the moon. I always felt like I followed the space program from Sputnik on, because my dad worked at the plant that built rocket engines for NASA. And here I missed the biggest event, arguably one of the biggest events in technology in the 20th century. But here I was in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And I got to hear it through, it came in on the news on our on the radio, our Navy radio. Anyway, who else is West?
We're proud codgers, Paul.
I guess so. Well, you are. I'm not that proud. No, it's. I'm glad I made it this far. Quite honestly, there were some times I wondered about it. Who else is West? No more West. On to the South.
Zero Echo 4. WB9RXK.
Hold on. Hold on. We had John in there. Hold on one second, John. There was a double there, but I heard Larry in there. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. How you copy me tonight, Larry, on my new cheap antenna?
You're down about a minute 3. Audio's a little bit low.
Yeah, well, it's in the same location as that other one I had that you couldn't hear me hardly at all. So this antenna is performing better, but at the moment we're gonna have to live with it until I get something better. Anything for the net?
Let you get on.
Very good. That's Larry. He's in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and it's a good test. He's able to hear me, and I'm able to hear him down in Rockville. John, how you doing tonight?
Oh, Paul, K4PW, and that's WB9RXK. Providence landing here in Mount Juliet. Yeah, we're doing pretty good, Paul. Tired. Another good day around the house. Got everything marked off the list for the daughter. And I think we're probably going to head home tomorrow back to Northeast Iowa. So I just wanted to get back in and say hi and goodbye to everybody. We'll be back in a few months. We always come back. K4PW, WB9RXK.
He's going back to the flatlands, huh?
Yeah, where we watch the corn grow.
Well, it's a little late for that. I can watch the corn stubble at this point.
Yeah, they're harvesting right now. And, not the best of harvest, but we'll take it.
Was it due to rain problems?
Yeah, we had the drought this year.
Oh, that's not good. Now that's all feed corn, right? Or for alcohol?
Well, not all of it. A good share of it does go for ethanol. That's a good share of it goes down the Mississippi, down south, and so it gets spread out.
I'm just curious. Yeah, that's really the bread belt of America for a lot of products and down the middle of the country there.
Oh yeah, and the Mississippi River shallow this year too, and that doesn't help with barge traffic.
No, I guess they got to light load the barges. Is that what they do?
Yeah, they can only take about 60% of what they normally can take. Draft is very shallow. There's some areas of the channel are around 4 feet.
Oh wow! You just got to move them. You just got to push them faster when they're going down the channel.
Oh yeah, don't stop.
I don't think that always seemed like a precarious job to me. Those guys with the commercial barges going down, with the I don't know, I guess you call them tugs and the barges. It's amazing to me how much work that is for those people.
Yeah, but we watch them go through the lock and dam, and wish that I was about 50 years younger. I'd like to try it just one time.
Yeah, I got you. When I was a kid, I watched them. We had the locks and the canal. It was called the Welland Canal. You probably have heard of it. It goes from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario to avoid the big drop, because Lake Ontario is close to 200 feet lower than Lake Erie. And of course, I live right there on the corner there in Niagara Falls on the American side. But Welland, it was amazing to us as kids, because here we were, interior of the United States. You'd go to Welland and see these ships from Greece and Africa and the other parts of the Mediterranean. And you were just amazed.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they Panama Canal, all those places. It's the lifeblood of our commerce. Shallow water, and well, there's been a shortage of appliances for housing, and a lot of that had to do with some of the traffic wasn't getting through.
Oh, wow. It's amazing. Anyway, very good. I hope you have a good trip back to Iowa, and we'll look forward to hearing from you in another couple of months.
73. Thanks again, Paul. Catch you later. WB9RX, stay portable clear.
Yeah, that's John. He is here in Middle Tennessee, here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Bravo 9 Romeo X-ray Kilo, and he's normally from Clinton, Iowa, I believe. And he's here visiting his daughter, visiting and working at his daughter's location. Who else is west or south?
Kilo India 4, November Delta, November.
Hello, David. Are you doing all right?
Doing very good, Mr. Paul. And I got a full S9 on you here tonight. You're sounding good, sir.
Yeah, you probably heard me. That's my $125 tram, 1481, I think it is.
Okay, tram 1481. Well, it's doing you a good job. I can't tell a whole lot of difference other than signal strength. The audio sounds about the same, loud and clear.
I'm also back on my 991 radio. It came back from the shop, and it's doing fine, apparently.
Yes, sir, it is. It's doing fine here down in the radio community, and I sure appreciate what you're doing. And carry on. Great to everybody on that. KI.NN. Back to you, sir.
Very good. That was David in Reedyville, Kilo India 4, November Delta November, and he's in Reedyville. Who else is south?
Okay, when that's ready.
Okay, the lollygagger in the south. What's up? What's up, Scott? Yo, Scott.
Yeah, hold on one second. No, I'm not hearing it. But I'm hearing that whistle or a buzz in my headset. And if I take it off the monitor, I can hear it through the speaker, but I'm not hearing it on your end.
Oh, okay, very good. I actually, when you said that, I have an electronic lamp above my desk, and I turn it off because sometimes that makes a noise.
No, it's on my end here.
No, as soon as you said it, I thought it might be, before you told me it was on your end. I thought it might be on mine.
I'm really confused. I can't listen to the headset and YouTube at the same time.
Oh, I know. I hear myself with that delay in there when you had it, so that I could hear it with the mic open. That was funny. Yeah. So how are you doing? All right?
Oh, not bad. You said that's a 1481 on your roof now?
Yeah, it's a tram 1481. It's $122 or something from Home Depot, and they are fast delivery. I had it in like 4 or 5 days.
Okay, well, getting now the signal strength back up with your 700. How's the receive on it?
It seems good. But no, well, let's put it this way. I don't know what the conditions are today, like down to Rockville with Larry, because normally I hear Larry much louder on the 700. So he was not good today. So not great. I could hear him. It was just, like it was readable, but not great. So I would say that the 700 is far superior.
Okay, well, you get 15 years out of the tram I've got on top of my house, you'll be doing good.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's good. It's for the money. It's hard to complain about it. It's just that the reason I bought the X700 was because you feel this obligation to have the best that you can have in the middle here with the net, with that antenna. You know, and it is, but it's, you know, it's giving me a little bit of grief though, because some of the diamonds have not held up. I've heard of some of the 510s also failed that way.
Oh well. All righty. Well, I'm here. Checked in twice tonight, I guess. So, what's next? 10 meters sideband?
Yes, we'll be there right after this one. Very good. That was Scott. K1 Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Normally he's a lollygagger or a lurker or a sandbagger, but he checked in early tonight. He is in Laverne. Who else is south? Or anywhere, please come now. Anybody, anywhere, any place.
Okay, I'm for QE.
Hello, Stan. Everything okay in over in East Wilson County?
Oh, doing pretty well, Paul. What happened to your X700?
Well, all of a sudden it started showing me a high SWR, and I believe it's one of those components in the base of it, you know, because I got a capacitor and something else in there, diode maybe. I don't know what all is in there, but I have not torn it apart, and I ordered another X700, and if I repair this one, fine, but if I don't, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even know Home Depot sold 2-meter antennas.
I didn't know they did either, but if you look on Home Depot and you look up ham or amateur radio antennas or just antennas, that one pops up. Somebody else told me it was on Home Depot. I couldn't believe it. Not that that's well, it doesn't really matter where you buy it. I mean, I'd like to say I give my business to HRO or Gigaparts or, you know, one of those guys, but I don't think it really matters.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Richard.
Believe it or not, Walmart's eating 7 ham radio antennas anymore.
Oh, now they're really hitting low.
I know, right? But that they are. You can order any kind of wedges within reason, of course. But yeah, they sell ham radio antennas. They sell 40-foot push-up poles and all kinds of gadgets for ham radio.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think what's happening because of Amazon getting in there, everybody is selling everything. Even Walmart if you go on a Walmart site, you can find just about anything on Walmart on their online site that you can find on. I don't know if it's everything because Amazon's pretty broad, but there's a lot of stuff on. It's good to check, in other words, what's available on for a price on Amazon versus what's on a price on Walmart.
Oh yeah, for sure. Y'all carry out. Just want to make that comment. Help you when I can. KI4SIP, that's right.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I never had bought much from Home Depot. I was always liking Lowe's better. But Stan, anything good on HF in your world?
I worked 3 new ones on HF. I worked Senegal today, and I worked over Winslow.
Oh wow, Senegal, that's cool. How was the signal out of Senegal?
That was good ball. I also worked.
I think I told you once before. I'm one of the few people you'll ever meet that's been to Senegal. That was my first port of call outside the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, cool. I worked Tristan da Cunha and Lord Howell lately.
Which how? Lord what?
Lord Howell, and I also worked Cavallo.
Oh wow, that's awesome. You've been busy boy. Was that all on digital modes?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Which one do you like the best?
I kind of like FT8, but also a big Rennie fan.
Yeah, it's a big FT8's it's a monster of the midway. Very busy on traffic on that one.
Yeah, it is. I like FT Rennie a whole lot.
That's a lot slower, right?
Say again?
You say, isn't that a lot slower? It's a slower mode than FT8. I think I lost you, Stan. I was just saying that Riddy is a lot slower than FT8.
It's a got my toss up. It can be pretty fast.
Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of experience with it. I have used it, but it's been a long time since I've been active on it. I've been on radio. I've just been on it a couple of times. Anyway, anything else for the net, Stan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back to that.
Very good. That was Stan in Lebanon, Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is any place? Kilo 4, Victor Alpha. Boy, you got a low signal to me tonight. What's up? Oh, I didn't copy any of that. I knew you were talking, but I couldn't tell what you were saying. One more time. I didn't hear you well. Mike, okay, I'll check Mike from Hendersonville. That's Kilo 4, Victor Alpha, Hendersonville. Really low signal tonight. Maybe he had a beam, I believe, you normally, and so not sure what's going on there. But anyway, anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
KL4, ULT, Rick in Hartsville.
Hello, Rick. You sound pretty good tonight.
I'm on the trail.
Very good. You got the same 1481, I think.
Yeah, sure. I've had it now about a year. About mine off for blows, but I've been happy with it. It's performed really well.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are stocking that antenna, are they?
You know, I don't know. I haven't seen any in the stores. I think it's all online.
Yeah, they do okay. But no, your signal's been real good recently. I'm not sure whether it's you or just the conditions or what the story is.
Well, you sound as strong and good as always, so that's doing well for you. But anyway, wanted to get out here and shout at you and let you know I was here and listening and won't participate. But got an early morning, so I'm gonna get out of here and let you get on with it. 73 to you. Oh, one more thing. I got a 1.25 meter radio, TYT 9000. Needing some suggestions on the antenna.
I've got that Comet tri-band. It's a 2 meter, 70 centimeter, 220 band, and it does okay, but it only has a 6 point. Well, I forget what it seems to do okay on 220. But if from you, would it be easier? Well, let me put it simply. I would think a beam for you would be better pointed in the general direction of Davidson, Wilson County, don't you?
Yes, probably so.
Yeah, I bought a beam. I'll send you what I have. I haven't even used it very much, just a little bit. But I don't any of the small beams would work great, I would think, because they're very relatively small due to the frequency. Right?
Okay, I'll check that out. I hadn't even looked at a beam, but okay. Thanks for that. I've had it now for a few weeks. Of course, been working and doing a lot of other stuff, working on the jacket, grounding, all that's correct, but got to get it going, so I participate. So anyway, 73 to you, Paul. Have a great evening. KL4 ULT, we're going to be gone.
Yeah, that's Rick, Kilo Oscar 4 Uniform Lima Tango. He is in Hartsville. Yeah, that beam, I'm just saying that would seem to be a good option considering most of the traffic is going to be to your southwest. And that's why I suggest that. I mean, yeah, it'd be great to have a vertical as well, but then again, here you drop $150 or so on a radio, and then you drop another $100 and something on an antenna. And you got to, and if you get a beam, you usually would want to have a rotator, but I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm easy to do here because I'm in the middle, so I'm not a good one for advice, I don't think. Any other suggestions for anybody else? Get a hold of Rick, KO4ULT on an antenna for 220. Anybody else late check-ins here? Any place, anywhere, please come down. Lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. I do hear you in there, Mike. Kilo 4 Victor Alpha, but it's really rough tonight. All right, hold on a second, Mike. Has anybody got a better copy than I do on mine?
I can't hear him at all.
Oh, wow. Mike's only a mile and a half or so east of me, and his antenna is at least as good as mine, but in fact, usually better because he's got the X700. And he can't hear you at all here, where Mike is, just east of me. So I don't know what the deal is. Let me move on. No, Mike, I appreciate you checking in and giving it another try. It's Kilo 4 Victor Alpha. Who else is any place, anywhere? Whiskey 3 Tango Charlie Papa. I don't remember your first name.
It's Daniel in Old Hickory. Got a vanity call sign. I've been checking
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's a new call to me, that Tango Charlie Papa, but I like the call.
Yeah, it's got a sort of two functions there. The transmission control for the call, but with internet launched. And earlier this year, I had first son Charlie, and I put Charlie Papa. So there you go.
Oh, very good. Yes, TCP/IP. That's what you need as a. Anyway, no, that's a good abbreviation. Anyway.
Yeah, I really wanted to get the number 4 in there, but poking around at different combinations of what I could get, I felt like I had $35 to burn, so poking around to see what I could do. And I'm actually originally from Baltimore, originally from Maryland, and had I gotten my license before I moved, like I originally planned to, would have had a pretty call time.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so in this day and age, it's not uncommon to have if somebody's got a vanity call, they're going to go. It doesn't matter what the number is, because it's people are used to the fact that numbers are not regional anymore.
Yeah, sure. Actually, the guy who had the call sign before me had it for similar nerdy networking reasons, and funny enough, he had his wife, I believe, share the call sign Y and TRL. So this 73 guy and 73 girl. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, that is pretty funny. Yeah. Anyway, anything else on that, Dan?
Not tonight. I found that I'm on a little bit more power than I had last time.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You're an S6 to me, and the audio is decent. A little bit of hash in there, but that's kind of normal from almost any direction up there.
All right, I'll take it.
Very good. That was Dan in Old Hickory, Whiskey 3 Tango Charlie Papa. That's an easy call to remember. Anybody else, any place, anywhere?
Third time, Paul K4
Oh, there we go. What the heck was going on there, Mike?
I did make a change. I just had to look over and look at my antenna connection and realize I had a different antenna on it, and switch back to the beam real quick. So I think we'll definitely stick with this one.
I knew something was amiss.
All right, well, appreciate it, and you have a good night, and hello everybody on the net finally. K4 thank you, Paul.
Very good. That's Mike with a great signal. Kilo 4 Victor Alpha in Hendersonville. Yeah, he was on the wrong antenna, but I've never made that mistake ever. I'm always on the right antenna, right power, right frequency. I wish I could say that. Anyway, anybody else, any place, anywhere? Speak now, or we're going over to 10 meters. All right, we rounded out at 25 check-ins. Good night for check-ins. We're going to run right now. I'm changing over to 28.415 upper side main. So I'll see you there. K4P then. This is Kilo 4 Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Looking for check-ins from the wherever I was from the east. Please come now. Okay, very good. I got KK5S, Carrie in Bears Mill. I hear KM4HQE. Stan sounds good in Lebanon. Who else is east?
KM4YRF.
KM4YRF. I still can't believe you couldn't hear Michael, and I could. That seems funny.
I don't know. I couldn't hear anything. I turned the squelch all the way open.
Anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Oh, Richard, are you still there? Yeah, I did hear Richard when I first tuned up on the air. So yeah, I'll check him in there. KI4SIB. Very good. Richard, if you're there, I check you in. I don't think he's there. He's not in a good position, or his antenna, whatever. He's not. He doesn't have a great signal to me on 10 meters. Who else is east? East or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Hey, very good, Frank. It's funny. Your voice sounds an octave lower than normal, but your signal's the same.
It's the dry throat, I guess.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo, and he's here in Mount Juliet on the northwest side. Who else is? That's Frank. Who else is north?
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Yeah, very good signal there, Hayes. You doing all right?
Yeah, pretty good. I feel more at home on 10 meters than on 2 meters.
Yeah, but you got a good signal on 2 meters.
Yeah, 2 meters. I'm just still using inside. I got my a magnet mount mobile antenna sitting on top of my power supply and an HD.
Oh man, you got to get it straight, man. If you have an indoor mag mount, it has to be on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, the refrigerator's downstairs though. I'm up here for the elevation.
Oh, that's right. You're upstairs. That's right. You have an upstairs. I forgot about that. Well, then you need to remove your refrigerator upstairs, even a dorm refrigerator.
Yeah, I could just get a small refrigerator just for some beer while I'm on the radio.
Exactly. I've been thinking about putting a urinal in my shack. It would keep me from going to the bathroom down the other end of the house.
Yeah, you can either do that or just wear a catheter.
Well, I've had one of those, and I don't want another one.
Yeah, me too.
Very good. That was November 8, November Hotel Tango, Hayes in Hendersonville. Anybody else north? I heard somebody talking, but I don't know who it was. Oh, very good. I got you in there, Michael. It was a little low, but on the second time around, you came in much stronger. Kilo 4, Victor Alpha, Mike in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Is there a station I hear in there, or is that just noise? All right, west.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, I can see it there all day and wait. You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently everybody else can too.
Yeah, very good. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. That's Jack and Donaldson. Who else is west? Greg?
Come on, Greg.
Yeah, I've got too much noise to really hear Paul. You might have to read
Yep, I got a copy on Greg. Not a great copy, but he's really readable, a good signal and good audio. I mean, it's just a little low. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Greg in Antioch. He's got a lot of noise, he tells me, at that end. And who else is west? Anybody hearing anything I can? How about south or anywhere at this point? Any place, anywhere, please come now. Ah, very good. It's Scott, Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Decent signal, good audio. Who else? Is anybody else out there anywhere? I did get a call for those listening from, dang, I forgot. What's his name who moved here? Dennis, W1BOQ, who lives now in Wisconsin. He said to be listening for us, but I haven't heard. I told him we'd be in here about 9 o'clock, and he's not here, I don't think. Dennis, if you're there, click 3 times. No, got nothing. I don't know what his deal is there, but he's pretty active, him. But anyway, it'd be good to hear from him again. I have heard him one time before on 10 meters about this time, but I missed getting to the radio in time to make a connection. Last chance on 10 meters before we move over to 223. Very good. Hold on, I'll tell you what the count is. 11 people on 10 meters, which is a pretty good number for a Wednesday night, particularly, and having 25 on the check-ins on the 2 meters is a pretty good night for a Wednesday. And looking forward to hearing everybody coming up on Saturday's net, where we have our cavalcade of nets for on both 3 digital modes, DMR, D-Star, and the C4 FM, and then we move on to the 2 meter, the 6 meter, the 2 meter sideband, and the 223, 415, and anything else we feel like doing that day. So hope everybody has a good night. I'm going to close down the stream on YouTube, and have a great night, everybody. K4P. That's all, folks.